Hey, what's up everybody? This is Craig Howard at Happy Camper RV. I'm at our superstore in Caldwell, Idaho. And today I'm gonna show you the Flagstaff 23 SC SE pop-up tent camper with the cool deck up front. It's got a slide. This thing's got all the bells and whistles. Let's check it out a little bit. This is 22 feet 3 inches in length. That's as it's closed. It's a little bit longer when that bed is out. Just barely over 3,000 pounds dry. You can tow this with almost anything. When that top's down, it's so nice to tow. Depending on what you're driving, you can practically see over the top of that right out your rearview mirror. Super easy to park and store. This thing has got everything. But when you open it up, you can see it's huge. It's like a palace in there. Let's check it out a little more. We don't have propane bottles on our display model. I'm not sure why here, but that comes with 2 propane bottles. There's space up there for 2 batteries if you want that. Obviously, this cool deck is one of the main features about this model. We also sell some 4-wheelers. And from time to time on display, we'll have one parked on there. They fit up there really nice. I've also seen people put motorcycles, bicycles, or just your camping gear. Anything that's kind of outdoor stuff, your firewood or dirty things, perfect storage place right there. So this one is in the SE or Sport Enthusiast line. And the features that make that distinct from the LTD and Mac, at least a few of them. So we've got a really enhanced frame here. In fact, let me walk over to an LTD and I'll show you that in comparison. So I think this one is a 176 LTD, kind of the standard model. Yep, 176. And you can see on the standards, they've just got, this is all you get for a frame, which is totally adequate on something like this. But on the SEs, where sometimes people take them to some pretty gnarly places, and especially with these bigger ones where you've got the deck up front and you might be having some heavier cargo on there, you get a much beefier frame. So you can see that right there. A few other things that are cool on the SE line, the diamond plating. It's also got a lift on it, so it sits a little bit higher than the other ones. A little bit more aggressive tires. It's all set up to go off-road, some pretty wild places, and take the whole crew and all your gear with you. There's also some nice tie-down points on these. If you are putting a 4-wheeler or something heavier on there, you can attach that to other places as well, but they've got the dedicated tie-down points. This model's also got the slide, which is not common, or you don't see that on every tent trailer, so that's nice. It gives you even more space in there. Got an outdoor shower right here. Below that, some of our connection points. That's power right there. This unit is prepped to add AC on the top if you wanted to, and the power source for that will come right here. Pressurized water connection, and this is a dump for your sink inside. Right over here we can see 6-gallon DSI water heater, and I forgot to unlock this compartment before I started, but there's some storage space behind that. Right here, this is exhaust for the furnace. Another one of those things that's not standard. Not all tent trailers have that, so that's nice. And if you're somewhere where you've got cable or satellite, maybe you've got a portable system, that can hook up right here. Big full-size spare right there. Over on this side, we can see that huge full-length awning. Underneath that is an LED light strip. That is super cool. This is also super cool right here. this rail. This unit comes with a griddle and a little prep table that clip right on there. And then you can see this right below the rail. That's a propane connection plumbed right up to your bottles up front, so you don't have to fuss or hassle with anything like that. Super easy and convenient for you. These right here, there's one up front as well. That's for the awning. Power connection. And then I'm not gonna show you this right now. We're gonna come back to that super cool feature. Outdoor speaker. That's your freshwater fill right there. Got a nice antenna for your radio, so you can be rocking while you're camping. All right, let's check it out inside. So most tent trailers are pretty spacious when you open them up, and this one is especially large with that slide, and it's a bigger body than a lot, but you've got just a ton of space in here. I mean, you could sleep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full-size adults pretty easily. Let's check out some of the features in here. Huge mattress up here. These are heated mattresses. Really cool. There's a port right here. Somewhere tucked away in one of the storage compartments, there's thermostat that will plug into that, and you've got a heated mattress. Here's your kitchen. We've got 3 burners up top and a sink and a fridge. 110 power, gas detector. That's the water pump switch that you see right there. And below that is the fuse box. This has a solar panel on it already. In fact, let me show you that. We've got the big brother of the 23, the 28 TSC SE right here. But when it's down like this, we can see the solar panel. The 23 has that same solar panel up top. And I was just reminded of that. I didn't mention it earlier, but I was reminded when I saw this switch right here. It's also got an inverter. So this is the switch for the inverter. That's pretty awesome. Below that, your water heater switch. And then you've got some 12-volt USB connections right there. This right here, sometimes people ask me about this. You can see a hinge right there and a couple of hinges on that side. It's just mechanical access, not meant to open very often. And so that's why you've got the hinges on both sides. But it's nice to see that Flagstaff finished it nicely with that nice cabinetry on top of that. Got your little storage area right here for all your, it could be a pantry. You could put your spices, plates, all kinds of stuff in there. Over here, a nice little shelf with some storage space below it. Looks like we've got the power cord and table and a few accessories in there. And as we turn this way, we can see we've got 110 power, the radio, the controller for the solar system, a couple of light switches right there. And this has a Wi-Fi ranger, which is kind of like your router at home. And that switch on the right is for that. Let's look in some of these storage compartments here. That one is not huge, but I've kind of learned that when you see storage spaces like that aren't very big, but you still have something, that's kind of a hallmark of nicer trailers. They're not letting that space go to waste, even though it's small. Okay, this is cool. This is what we were talking about outside. So just kind of a flat surface right there, but when you lift this up, we've actually got a wet bath in here. So toilet, shower, there's a curtain that hangs right there for privacy and to keep the water in. But let me go back outside and show you how this toilet works. It's actually really neat. It's kind of a cassette here. Just pull a little lever right there and this pops out. I believe that's, I can't remember if that's 2 or 2.5 gallons, but there's pretty decent capacity in there. And what I really love about the cassette toilet is the convenience of that. I've heard of plenty of people that say they just dump that in the toilet at home or somewhere, and it saves them a trip not having to go to the dump station. So I like that convenience factor. Back here behind that, another drawer and another cabinet space. One more 110 outlet for you. Right here we can see this is still packaged up, but there's a picture of the griddle that comes with it. That thing is super nice, cast iron top, very high quality. People really love those. And then again, back here on this bed, it's also heated like the one up front. They've got these cool storage nets. I don't know why this one is down, but oh, it looks like we just put it up wrong. The net hangs below that pole, and it's kind of like in any other tent where you've got a little storage hammock up there to put your small personal items, maybe a water bottle or your book or phone or keys, whatever, something like that. Over here, so on the outside we saw the connection for the cable and satellite. That's wired right here, so if you wanted to put a TV in here and watch something fun. Furnace right there, and a nice space there. This is that compartment that I didn't have unlocked on the outside. That goes all the way back there. Really great storage space for you. On this side, it's not as deep. You hardly get anything because we've got some mechanical stuff behind there. But again, I'd rather have a little bit of storage than none, so they do a good job on that. I like the freestanding table. Gives you the option to take that outside if you wanted to. If the weather's nice like it is here today, maybe you want to just eat outside. So that's very cool. Check this out as well. So you see that port up there? There's also one right here and one for that bed. There's some cool lights and fans that can plug into that and clip right on here. So you've got light in your bed and a fan if you need some breeze. The thermostat is tucked right in here, and you can see all this hinge mechanism right here. Let me see if I can show you this one-handed. It might be a little bit awkward, but this is what you do when you're folding this down for storage or travel. So it just kind of pulls like that, not heavy at all. That system it's like virtually zero weight. I don't know if I should say that, but it's not hard. Very easy. Here's something that sometimes people ask about if they notice it, or maybe they don't even know about it at all. That's a kill switch for the power in here. So if you accidentally leave your lights or something else on and fold the camper down, it's not gonna stay on. It just kills the power to everything in there. What do you think of this 23 SCSE? Tell me in the comments. Do you have one? Have you ever seen one? Do you want one? I kind of want one. Oh, I'll show you this too real quick before we go out. Nice power fan right there and vent. That's where the AC would go if you added one. Smoke detector, LED lights. You're not really missing anything in this camper. It's got everything. Let's take one more look outside and I will sign off. What would you put up front there? Do you have toys? Do you think that's just practical storage space? I certainly think it is. Well, I think that's about the end of the tour. One of the beautiful things about a tent camper is they're not overly complicated. You still get the feeling of camping in a tent on the ground, but quite a few modern amenities and luxuries. The 23 SCSE by Flagstaff at Happy Camper RV in Caldwell, Idaho. Please call us today, 208-466-6250. We'll answer any questions you have about this or maybe any other camper. We look forward to meeting you in person. Cheers.